Hey everyone, it's Chris, the PDX Picker. Welcome back to the Little Shop of Hoarders. We have quite a few orders that have sold for me on eBay and Poshmark. Poshmark is back in full force. It is spring. I wanted to get outside. We've got beautiful Cleveland pear flowering. It's warm. It's amazing. And with that, I was able to go out to an estate sale this morning and also to the thrift store. Found some great pickups, one of which might be a torpedo bat home run. Let me tell you, I'm pretty excited about it. So stick around after the intro song. I'll show off those items that I found and go over the things that have sold.
Wanna buy that Farrah Fawcett poster? Pez dispensers and a toaster. Don't know why. That kind of stuff you throw away. I'll sell on eBay.
Well, it's a little bit of construction area everywhere we turn around here. We got the neighbors are getting closer and closer to building the shop over there. Got these neighbors doing a bunch of work in their backyard when it comes to landscaping and things of that nature. So just lots and lots of activity around here. I was able to mow the lawn finally. Got the lawnmower working, gave it an oil change, a tune-up. I feel like I am an actual mechanic, which I'm not, but it was nice. It was fun to get that moving along. And actually, there was some grass out here that was like taller than the mower almost, which is it's a riding lawnmower, so that's pretty tall. It was definitely desperately needed. I'm in the process of getting some shoes ready to list, and I spent some time cleaning them up in the laundry room. I took a couple brushes and some soap and clean them up in the sink, and then afterwards what I do is I put them in the washing machine. I do a rinse and spin cycle, and after that I just set them out here on the deck to dry when it's a nice day like this. I put them in these sneaker bags in the rinse and spin cycle. It helps keep them a little bit protected as well as not make quite as much noise in the washing machine. And then we just throw them out here on the deck to dry. We got some good ones coming up. Nice pair of On Clouds here. Olakai. Another pair of not great On Clouds. Some Keen hiking shoes. Some Ultras. And these are interesting. These are some New York Yankees Major League Baseball shoes that I picked up. And those actually have some decent value. Last I checked, they were about $80. So hopefully it's still in that range. And now it's time to head into the shop. And let's show you what we found this morning at the estate sale and thrift store. Started off at, I called them the estate sale. They were just moving, so I guess a moving sale. And he was getting rid of all sorts of collectibles and bigger items. I guess they just didn't want to take all that with them. There was a ton of video game related things. And it started at 9 a.m. I got there. They said no early bird, so I got there at like 8:55, and I was probably 8th or 9th in line, so not too bad. The people in the front made a beeline to the video games. I'm not a big video game seller anyway, so I was okay with that. I took a right, and I did okay. So let's show you what I found. Started off, that found some records. Not a huge vinyl seller, but there were some okay ones in there. He was asking about $1 each, but we bundled this all together, so it was probably a little bit less than that. This one is probably the best one. It's from the 70s. It's a Halloween vinyl that will play like, scary sounds and maybe tell a scary story. So super cool art on that one. I think this one's probably worth about $20 or so. The rest of the vinyl is just not that valuable, maybe $5 each. Boz Skaggs. This one might be okay. This is David Bowie, Ziggy Stardust, but it's just in very bad condition, so maybe $10 on that one. Triumph. I just liked the cover art on that one. Probably also worth about $5, although I don't remember looking this up, so I'm not sure. Accidentally bought this, the best of Sha Na Na, but kind of funny. Nazareth, Malice in Wonderland, great cover art. And then this one's interesting. It's a Twisted Sister laser disc. I think there's 6 listed and maybe one has sold, but it was new. Most of the ones listed are like $40, $50. So I don't know, I might be able to throw mine out there for $15 or something and get a hit on it. Never sold a laser disc before, so that'll be interesting. There were some Halloween-related things. This blow mold is cool. It's from the 60s, from Bayshore. Missing the light. There's a light that goes in the back here. So I don't know. It obviously needs to be cleaned up too, but maybe a little bit of value, 15, 20 bucks or something. This guy's cool. He's relatively rare, but I didn't notice, even though it's so obvious, he's missing a hand. One of his hands broke off. He's battery operated. I don't know if he works. I thought he was a cool just shelf display guy. And then, whoops, here's my sandwiches. I'm starting this diet. It's not really a diet. I'm just changing the way I eat, but I got all this crappy food left in the house that I got to get rid of, like these basically Uncrustables, Costco version of them. So that's what that's there for. And then I got this big collection of guitar pedals and effects and things like that. So I paid $80 for everything here. And, you know, we'll see. This is where the bulk of the money will come from. I'm thinking there's about $120 worth of things in here. This is worth about $25. This is worth about $20. This is maybe worth $25. This one's is the most valuable one. This one I think is worth maybe $50. It's worth about $20. These are worth maybe $20 together. But anyway, it was an okay stop. Lots of really big items, big blow molds, big Halloween decorations, things that I'm not gonna even think about shipping them if it was even possible to ship some of these big giant Halloween figures. But anyway, it was okay. But I did much better at the thrift store. So let's get into what I found there. So I spent $110-ish. I think it was $112.40 to be specific at the thrift store today, which is pretty normal figure. But this one I really feel like I hit out of the park. So let's take a look. Start off with some new with tags Olakai shoes. I've actually sold this pair before and took a long time to sell used, but new. These have a really high sell-through rate. I did have to pay up. I paid $22.50 for these, but these should sell for about $65 to $70 plus shipping pretty quickly. And sticking in the shoe realm, these are some funky Nike Air Force Ones, like boots. These came out in 2017, and sometimes when a pair of shoes is that old and it's from Nike, they really have hardly any value. But I guess these were unique enough or rare enough. These were originally listed at the thrift store for $49.99, but they made it to 75% off. So they've been there for quite some time. So I got them for whatever that is, $12.50 I think it is. And these have a surprisingly good sell-through rate, number one. And number two, there are some pre-owned that go for over $300. There are some that go for as low as $100 to $150. These are in pretty good condition. Obviously need to be cleaned up. As you can see, the original price tag on them. I don't know exactly how these laces work. I guess you just tie them around your ankle when you put these on. But these are could be a really great one. I'm sure they'll clean up really nice because there's nothing on here that is concerning. It's just dirt. I'm going to shoot probably in the $200 to $250 range, maybe. I don't know. It'll just depend on what the other ones that are listed at the time. But for $12.50, at the very least, I know I will be able to sell these for $100. So that was awesome. This turned out to be great. So do not sleep on IKEA for resale. There are certain items, not all of them by any means, but certain items that can be great. So these are, it's this Urschult, or however you pronounce it. It's basically an under cabinet light, and I got these for $5.99 each. I have 4 here, then I have 3 more, so there's a total of 7, all new in the box. These have about a 50% sell-through rate, and they sell for on average $45 each plus shipping. So 7 times $45 is over $300, and I paid $42 for them. And again, not a great sell-through rate, but decent enough, 50%. So that's and it's a multi-quantity listing. So just take a picture of 1 and quantity of 7. Super easy. I'm very, very pumped about that one. Found this nice Kate Spade wallet. Nothing too exciting. It was only $5. Probably get 20 to maybe 25 for it. I don't know. It's got a little bit of a dirt mark on the back, so probably closer to the 20 side. I saw somebody else, another YouTuber, sell a bunch of these over the Christmas time period. These Hallmark keepsake birds is a really good series or set. This goldfinch I picked up for $2.99. Might even have been, yeah, that was full price, $2.99. And this will sell for $30 to $40 depending on the condition. I didn't even open it up and look at it, which is dumb and silly, but I was very excited to find it for only $3. This is also pretty cool. This is some sort of it's like a plug-in pure air purifier or air diffuser type thing. I think you can put some sort of, I don't know exactly what it is. It's called Eden Pure. I bought it for $4.99 with 25% off, so whatever that is, and $3.75. So probably sell for 25 to 30 bucks, maybe even more. There's a newer model that sells for much more than this, so that's why I don't know exactly how much it's going to be, but an Eden Pure, where it is. Those are good pickups. Underneath here, I have two of these. I don't know what the heck these are. I can't find anything about them online, probably because I'm somehow not searching well enough. Let's see if we can get a good view in there. This is a full body like coverall suit. Paid $7.99 for it. It's made of Gore-Tex. It's like a gore wear. Anyway, I don't know. I can't find this anywhere. It's some sort of industrial suit. My guess is it's probably something that like chip makers wear, like silicon chip makers. I don't know what I'm talking about, but anyway, it could be worth $100. It could be worth absolutely nothing. But for $7.99 each, I thought, we'll give it a shot. And then this item here, when I saw it, it was in the electronics. It looked very weird. This box that it's built into with this kind of like, just kind of ghetto, I don't know, looks old-fashioned display here by a company called Heister. Paid $4.99 for it. You look on the back, it's some sort of electronic that plugs in, obviously. I just didn't understand why this case was built around. Looked it up, and this Heister thing, this is a Forklift display. These sell for tons of money. I don't know how I'm going to be able to test it, though. Is the major hiccup. But these can sell for like $400 or more. And I bought it for $5. So again, the testing piece is a huge, unknown, and I gotta figure there's a reason why it ended up at the thrift store, right? So it's from a forklift. You're talking about some sort of commercial capacity. I don't really think of warehouses and things like that of being places that donate things to thrift stores, This thrift store that I go to is the kind that does pick up items, so they will drive their truck. You call them, set an appointment, they'll drive their truck to you and pick up things to bring back to them. They actually have like a fleet of trucks doing that. So I don't know. Somehow maybe this ended up at somebody's house, but that just leads me to think that there's probably a relatively decent chance that it's not working, which is why it's not on a forklift, I suppose it could have been replaced with an upgraded model, but yeah, I don't know what to do about that. Like I said, if it works, $400 from a $5 purchase, that's fantastic. Maybe there's a parts only feature on this. We'll see. I don't know. But anyway, I was stoked to find that because that was probably one of my better finds. That's one of my better finds in a year, I'd say. So that was really, really exciting to find that. Let's go ahead and start pulling those orders. Had 3 Poshmark orders come in relatively soon one after another. This first one was an offer that I accepted because I'm ready to just cut bait with this brand, especially these shoes. Supposedly this is a good brand. I have yet to experience that. It's Ortho Feet, and these are just in pristine condition. I mean, if you just look at them, I did Spent some time cleaning them up, but originally these were $30 at the thrift store. I got them for, I guess, $15, 50% off. I looked it up, these were actually 75% off, so I paid $7.49 for them. But you just see they're in pristine condition. This is a walking shoe. I mean, yes, they've been worn. There's a little bit of dirt on the bottom. Anyway, took forever to sell. Finally took an offer, $25 plus shipping on that. Which, I mean, isn't too bad from a profit perspective. $7.50 into $25. It just the time that it took was crazy. This sold really fast, especially after I cross-listed it to Poshmark using Vendu. I think it sold within a day or two of listing it. It's this Carhartt Sherpa lined like shirt jacket. Love that color. Just a classic like lumberjack red and gray black plaid. This is a size medium, so if it was larger size, I might have contemplated keeping it for myself. But I really don't need another jacket anyway. But that sold right away for $60 plus shipping. I got that for $14.99 at Goodwill. I was a little bit nervous because it's late in the season. It's not as many opportunities to need a jacket, but thankfully sold right away. So that was good. And then last Poshmark item of the day is another pair of my favorite brand of shoes to resell, Ultras. Here they are right here, Ultra Provision 6, men's, decent size, 11, 11.5, something like that. Here they are right here, I picked these up for $7.99, and those sold for $31 plus shipping. I don't know exactly the length of time, it was a decent amount of time, but it was less than 90 days, I'm almost positive. But again, Ultra, I love, probably my least favorite supposedly good reselling brand, and my most favorite reselling shoe brand. Been having just been really disinterested in shipping things lately, which makes not very much sense. I've never had this issue before, but I've just been dreading having to come out here and ship items. I don't know why that is. I don't know. I am going to be in the market for a new shipping table. I like the height of this one. When I bought it, one of the main reasons why I got it at the thrift store for like $20. But I'm a semi-tall person. I'm 6'1", so I don't want to have to bend over too much. And this table sits right around a little bit lower than my waist height, so that's nice. Not much bending over, but it is so flimsy. It's just shakes all the time, not sturdy at all. So every time I just do a little tiny bump, I have all these, if I just bump the table a little bit, like the whole thing, just stuff falls off of here all the time, and I'm just tired of it. I also maybe don't want it to be white because it shows every little speck of dirt. The real issue is, like I said, I just don't understand why I don't want to ship anything. Sold a lot of 1977 Charlie's Angels cards, Topps cards. Picked these up in an estate sale for like $7 or somewhere around the $5 range, and these came in different series, 1, 2, and 3, and 4. This is the complete series 3 plus some extras. So that sold for $33 plus shipping. It looks like that right there. And so those are cool. I spent an inordinate amount of time going through and seeing which ones were there and which ones weren't. They weren't in any order, so I had to sort through this giant pile of cards and put them in numerical order, and took forever. But I guess it paid off in the long run because I made a good profit on that. So this is an interesting factor crap. The word alcohol comes from the Arabic term al-ghul, which means body-eating spirit. The word alcohol comes from the Arabic al-ghul. Fact or crap? Drawing from a chemistry background, I would say that's definitely crap. And it is. Although not for the reason that I thought at all. The word alcohol is actually derived from the Arabic al-kahul, or kohl, a dark powder used to paint the eyelids. Still don't know if I believe that, but not al-ghul, al-kuhul. I've heard about this theory lately, speaking of cards, that whenever you shuffle a deck of cards, not one that's like straight out of the box where all the suits are in order, but a randomly arranged deck of cards, every time you shuffle it, that's the first time that those cards have been in that order in the history of time. There are so many different variations and ways that a deck of cards can be arranged that every time you shuffle, it's the first time that any deck of cards has ever been in that order. That was just crazy to me. Just blew me away. Apparently there's a math equation behind it. It still sounds dubious, but if true, and I think it is, that is wild. These sold super fast. It is a set of Juster Active 85 multimedia computer speakers. Picked these up for super cheap. I'll say $5.99, but I think it might have been $2.99. And just listed them earlier this week, and they already sold for $34.99 plus shipping. These are older. I'd say they're from either the late 90s or early 2000s. For some reason, there's not a ton out there, but they have quite a following. They sell really fast. There's, I don't know, maybe 3 others listed right now, and they're high priced, like $45 or more. But I went ahead and, I didn't price it too much lower than that because I think it's $35 plus $15 shipping. So anyway, if you find them, a good pickup. I was happy to see this sell. I thought it could be one of those that just sat in the unknown forever and wasn't gonna be found by people searching. But I guess it's relatively common enough to show up. This is a bergamot belt buckle, eagle head. I don't know, it kind of has like a Native American / India vibe to it. Either way, picked this up for like $3 and it sold for $18.71 plus shipping. Ended up in my 25% off sale. I believe it's from 1974. It's dated on the back and it has the Bergamot Brass Works Company. So very cool little belt buckle. Kind of heavy too for as small as it is. Then I picked up not a whole bunch, 3 LL Bean bags over the summer, and all for $6 each. They were all either new or in like new condition. You couldn't see me there, so this little crossbody messenger bag sold right here. I just took an offer for $15 plus shipping. It's been listed for quite some time. Getting close to a year now, and not a lot of activity. I already sold one, so I paid $18 for 3 of them, and I sold one for like $40 or $45 many months ago, so it's all profit at this point. So $15 plus shipping on that one. And then a bread and butter item, super boring, but this is the stuff, again, as I've talked about in the past. I hope you will see that this is the stuff that keeps your store moving and active. Just a new in the package carbon monoxide 2-pack, $18.99 plus shipping. Pick that up for probably $6 or less. I can't remember exactly what it was, $5.99, $4.99. Not a huge profit, but I listed it about 2 weeks ago, already sold. So those move quickly, and again, get activity and things going on your store. Similarly, this pack of HP ink I picked up for $2.99 not that long ago. That sold for $27, free shipping on that one. Right, boring, not interesting, but those 2 items I will make approximately $25 or so. They take, no joke, 3 minutes total to list the both of them, and they're also easy to ship. Everything about it is a win-win-win, so don't just bypass that stuff at garage sales or the thrift stores because it's not exciting. You're losing out. You're hurting your store and your checking account all at the same time. So keep buy the boring stuff. And let's finish the day. Let's finish the day with one more boring item. Because why not just drive all of the viewers away, right? This is a set of toner that I picked up for free. So really hard to beat that price. Just HP 304A cyan, and that sold for $33.68, free shipping. These are a little bit of a bear to ship. This was an open box one, so that's why not only did it take a while to sell, this is my last one of the, I don't know, 6 or 7 that I picked up for free that sold. So that's why it took a while. It also sold for a little bit less, but these are a little bit annoying to ship because, I mean, I could slap a label on here and just ship it like this, but I don't really like to do that. We'll see. Especially with it being open box, I really want to put it in another box. I did sell one of these and shipped it just like this. And when it got to the buyer, it had exploded. I don't know how or why it did it, but exploded on the inside, so of course made it completely unusable, so I had to refund that buyer. But anyway, that's why I'm going to try and probably find a nice box, because it's an open box, and just give it a little bit extra padding so that hopefully it will arrive safe and sound for the buyer. Thank you so much to the PDX Posse, HarleyGal143, and thank you to all of you that took the time to watch my video. Please like it if you did, and subscribe to my channel if you are not currently a subscriber, because I would love it if you decided to make me a part of your YouTube viewing on a regular basis. If you're interested in supporting the channel, you can also click that join button below. It talks about the membership opportunities. Anyway, we will wish you all the best of luck out there on your reselling ventures or non-reselling ventures, and we'll catch you on the next video. So take care.